I'm very happy, I'm very proud of this discovery.
Inside, a perfectly intact mummy, wrapped in fabric with a bit of...
Did you date it?
35,000 years, maybe older.
Now hold on, lady. I know it's old, but it ain't that old. The Tomb Raider series began all the way back in 1996. Here are some examples along the years. 97, 98... Wait, stop it. What are you doing? The pictures are showing just tits. Yeah, of course I like tits. That's not the fucking point here. You're objectifying our hero. She isn't just some tit rack. Show her face. Not like that idiot. Forget the tits. Just show her goddamn face. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on track. 2003, 2008, 2036. Fuck! Why would you write that? I sincerely apologize, I mean 2013. So, the game we are talking about today is simply named Tomb Raider. The name is a bit misleading, since instead of raiding tombs, the game is mostly about putting people in them. It is the first part of a trilogy and tells the story of how Lara became the dual-wielding, damage-dealing, never-yielding,
wheeling-dealing,
cart-wheeling,
limousine-riding,
badass Tomb Raider we all know. So stick around and let me, Captain Bicep from Review Force, tell you why you should play this game in 2021. Woo! Let's start with how gracefully the game has aged. The character models and environments still look good after all these years. I mean, just look at that view. It isn't an open world game, rather a long corridor that you travel through. Scattered throughout this corridor are campsites. These work as fast travel locations, places to unlock character skills with the XP you've earned, and sort of in-game shops where you get upgrades for your weapons. And don't get me wrong, the skillfully designed levels make traveling through the corridor quite enjoyable. Instead of just running, you leap, climb, ascend zip lines, and crawl through crevices to get to your objective. Parkour! What really gets your blood pumping is when the game forces you to hastily perform parkour action in order to stay alive. You get thrown into a wildly flowing river, a burning building, or an entire mountainside temple collapsing under your feet. These sequences are expertly crafted, and they are further enhanced by the awesome music. Mr. Ventura, how well does the music fit?
Like a glove?
Exactly. Anyway, because this is a birth story, it makes perfect sense that Lara's combat skills evolve during gameplay, so the RPG elements fit. You earn experience from various things like killing enemies and discovering objects. There is optional content like finding artifacts or different pieces of information that reveal more about the island's history and the characters. These artifacts also give our hero the chance to showcase her archaeological prowess by commenting stuff like,
an alloy badge awarded to marksman 2nd class in the Imperial Japanese Army.
Most of it I didn't find that interesting, as I never do, except the optional tombs that contain puzzles. If this is the sort of thing that you're into, you can keep roaming the island searching for these even after you've completed the story. The puzzles were enjoyable and seemed logical to me, but they were a bit easy. I didn't have even one, not one puzzle meltdown. You know, the kind where you get really juvenile and start to blame the developers for creating a puzzle that is just too stupid to be figured out.
That's fucking stupid. I mean, really. What is wrong with these people?
In order for you to solve these puzzles, you will have to use your tools. You have the torch for lighting shit on fire, a pickaxe that is both a tool for climbing walls, cranking objects, and of course, smashing skulls. Also, you have the bow that aids you in reaching places otherwise unreachable. You can either use rope arrows for climbing or pull down walls with them. Enough with the puzzles already. Let's get to the combat. For your information, Captain Bicep loves fictional violence. The combat is very satisfying after you've unlocked some toys to play with. You start out with the bow, and I must say that this is the most fun I've had with a bow in any game ever. Feels even better than this. And looks definitely way better than this.
What is she doing?
In the beginning, I was a bit confused with Lara not having a proper melee strike. This is me checking if I have the correct button for it. And this is me realizing that this pathetic shoulder push is actually my melee strike. I mean, why in the fuck is Lara fighting like she has no arms? I think you knew someone like that, didn't you, Theo?
They had a dude in our town, no arms, used to fucking fight everybody.
Yeah, that guy.
The whole family was fucking...
He could choke you out.
Psychos, bro. Brother had sharpened half of his teeth on one side of his mouth. Never taught him to walk, I think. I don't even think he was crippled. They just never taught him to walk. And so the other brother would carry him on his back everywhere. Like a backpack, dude.
Oh, okay, well, so that's a story for another time. Thanks, Theo. Anyway, melee combat gets a lot more exciting after you've unlocked your arms. You also unlock more long-range options, like a pistol and a submachine gun. Your weapons can be upgraded by finding parts and what the game calls salvage.
Sweet salve.
Which acts as an in-game currency that you use in your campfire shop. There are 3 difficulty levels to choose from: easy, normal and hard. On normal, combat was like this. Pathetic stone monkeys. So if you're looking for a challenge, I recommend you play on hard. So a quick word about the gruesomeness of the game. It is quite brutal at times. Lara dies in cruel ways, like mauled by a wolf, or like this. Oh god, no. How about that, Gordon?
Whoa, that was nasty.
Sometimes the gore goes a bit overboard. You know, when the floors and walls are all covered with dismembered bodies.
Disgusting. Fucking disgusting.
Now let me introduce you to Lara's posse. This guy here, Whitman, is a typical annoying, pompous wimp. Just look at this. And look at it again. Just look at him. That's Sam, a firm supporter of Lara. She gets into trouble about as often as Princess Peach. Reyes, another badass female besides Lara. At times her temper reminds me of a certain British chef. Here is our tough and feisty Irish character, Grim. This is Jonah, the friendly big fellow character, merged with the superstitious native character. You can forget about that guy, no one cares about him and his laptop. This is Roth, Lara's mentor-type character who guides and supports her. I really enjoyed their relationship. It was cool seeing someone pick Lara up and push her forward when her faith in herself almost crumbles. Overall, I'd say Lara's team is a bit like a bowl of vanilla ice cream, if you know what I mean. So, let's move on to the enemies. The bad guys are nothing too special. They range from armed cultists to some sort of Russian mercenaries. You get to go head to head with some samurais too, which is pretty awesome. The main antagonist and the leader of the cultists is just straight up boring. There are some attempts at moral philosophy from him, but these lack impact. Like farting outdoors. Although, on the plus side, you really do develop a thirst for killing him, which is always good. Overall, I'd say it's a firm okay for the story. But what keeps you engaged with the story is Lara and her growth as a character. You really feel for Lara and want her to survive, and root for her when she slays the bad guys. I've never wanted anything more than for Lara to succeed in lighting her last match. Come on. Come on. Yay! She makes it. It is simply mesmerizing to watch Lara grow from a rookie to a badass killer. First, she is a helpless victim trapped on an island full of bad guys, but after she finds her confidence and a few firearms, she goes,
You're locked in here with me.
and so the tables have turned. Of course, she becomes an unstoppable killing machine quite quickly, but she still feels human enough. She gets badly hurt on multiple occasions and needs to rest or patch herself up. But she always rises, like the glorious phoenix she is. Go away, Sansa. Talking about phoenixes, rebirths and reboots, the Tomb Raider game series has had many of them, which is great as new players get to enjoy the games. It is awesome to see the series still going strong after all these years. In this game, I loved Lara's character arc, the combat, the parkour. I liked the overall story and the puzzles. What I missed was epic boss fights, like this guy. Overall, I give this game 4 T-Rex arms. This will definitely not be the last Tomb Raider featured on this channel, so if you want to see more, get a pickaxe and smash that subscribe button with it. If you liked the video, give it a like, and if you didn't, give a dislike. A big thanks and a huge salute to all the people who watched our first game review on Deep Rock Galactic, and dual thanks to the ones who subscribed. Feedback in the comment section will be greatly appreciated. Until next time!